for Dave, and then this is Taurus Samuels. You can ask Taurus questions when you're done with coaching golf.
Thanks, Pat. Really proud of our guys. Terrific win for our program and our college. And I thought the guys really prepared well this week on a lot of levels. And you guys might know in the Ivy League, a lot of the rosters are large this year because people are coming back for 5th or 6th years. So when we practice back home, we have 20 guys in our roster. And guys are really competing at a high level in practice. So shout out to all those guys that didn't play tonight because they definitely helped prepare us for the victory because we're facing competition every single day at home. I thought we were very loose. I challenged the guys before the game and I said we have to figure out what our identity is. I felt like at Boston College we didn't really play to our what I think our potential identity is. And in the first half we certainly did. And that is being very disciplined, being very detail-oriented, making great decisions with the basketball. And I thought we did that. Coming into the second half, they made a terrific run. They were shooting with confidence. And what I was probably most proud of is that we sustained that run. I went right back at them. So they went up 50-48, right around the 10-minute mark. I believe we had 4 consecutive threes, 2 by Taurus, 1 by Brendan, and then one out of a timeout by Brendan as well. So 4 threes, and when the team spends a lot of energy coming back like they did, and then we got, I think we had probably 3 or 4 stops in a row, and make 4 threes, it's really, really hard to come back from that. So I was proud of the guys for that, for sure.
Sorry, I was Corinne Copeland from the Washington Post. What's a win like this mean just for the program, against a team that's coming off of, winning the Big East tournament? You guys haven't been in the tournament for a while. Just curious, for the entire program and for the individual guys, what does it mean? Yeah,
I'm just thrilled for the guys. Like I said, they've been working so hard. We have a couple guys that are back for a 5th and 6th year, and Brendan and Aaron. Taurus here to my right his leadership has just been off the charts. So I think it's a great reward for the work they're putting in. And I think it's great for our league. You guys see the scores from our league, right? You saw what happened last night, Princeton and South Carolina, Brown down to the wire with North Carolina. So our league is incredibly strong. And I think that maybe a lot of people nationally don't know that. Maybe it's just a small sign of how good our league is.
You had freshman Ryan Cornish playing in front of his home crowd. He seemed like he was getting pretty excited and get going. Can you talk about his impact on the game, 14 points in 15 minutes?
Yeah, anytime someone can have a spark off the bench like that offensively, that's a huge boost for your team. And he made his first shot, I think, really got him loose. He had that driving layup and one in transition. He's a very confident player, and then he was just he's not afraid to take shots, and that's a sign of a really good scorer, and he's going to be a very, very good player in time. And it was a huge boost for us to be able to have 14 points in that many minutes off the bench is a boost for any team.
Taurus, can you describe what this win is like for you and your teammates?
Absolutely. It's very exciting just to start. It's funny, when we were out there talking to some family and friends, somebody asked us if we expected to win. I thought that was funny because everybody in our locker room, yeah, we absolutely expected to win that game. Maybe not everybody else outside the locker room, but my message to that person was just, all the guys in the locker room is all we need. And so when we have that belief, which is something that Coach preaches as one of our core values, and that belief in ourselves, we feel like we can beat any team in the country. And so, like Coach said, also when we prepare the way we prepared and we go at each other in practice, like I said, we expect to beat anybody in the country. So it's a great feeling to know our hard work's paying off, and yeah, it's exciting.
They take a 50-48 lead in this game. Tough atmosphere, all those things kind of going this way, and you guys respond. You punch right back. Was there something said, a thought that comes to mind that led to that?
Absolutely. At least for me, my message to the team was like, we worked too hard for this, and so we're not gonna let a team just take that from us. And so Coach is preaching to us, who do we want to be as a team? Like, what's our identity? And we showed it right there. That's when we show our character and show that our hard work was paying off, and that we're not going to let a team take away that hard work that we put in. So Wes, one of our senior leaders as well, he was talking to us in the locker room, just saying, like, we're not going to expect Georgetown just to roll over because they're a really good team, obviously. And so we just came out, we took that hit, and we just kept pushing away like we know we can. So.
Hey, Coach, what was it about your execution and about your action? Georgetown knew you wanted to get off plenty of threes. You still got off 38 of them, and a lot of them were really, really great looks. What did you see offensively that you were able to exploit, not only to get that many threes off, but to get that many quality threes off?
Yeah, so I think it comes down to paint touches, right? So I think that a couple of ways you can get threes, or we want to get threes. One is in transition. Probably got a handful off in transition. But besides that is how often were we getting the ball in the paint? And we weren't doing it initially on them. We were doing it off reversals. And then when we were getting the ball in the paint, I thought our guys did a terrific job to penetrate and find. Get 2 feet down. You see a lot of those passes weren't coming off 1 feet, they were coming off 2. They were going behind where you came from. So when you can reverse the basketball and get the ball in the paint, the defense is going to shift. And when the defense shifts, that's when we got the open threes.
Yep.
Coach, they switched to a press a couple times throughout the game. Can you talk about how you guys were able to respond to that and how you adjusted?
Yeah, you don't have a lot of information on teams this time of year, so you just have to be ready. And I thought our guys were, first half, towards the end of the first half, I thought we were slow to get an offense out of the press, and I thought some of the long passes were open, and I thought we were a little tentative after that. And I thought one of the messages at halftime was, hey, when we break their pressure, make sure we know where we are with our spacing. So the way our offense works, as long as people know where they are on the floor, it's very interchangeable, and then we can get to any action we want to get from there. I thought that was very helpful.
Okay, our last question today comes from Zoom. Ron Bailey from RivalsNahoyReport.com.
Coach, you talked about number 10 briefly, but what kind of player did you see him as at Sidwell Friends, and how has he met your expectations or not since he's been on your campus?
Yeah, he's certainly meeting our expectations right now, Ron. I would say that that was recruiting during COVID, right? So Ryan committed to Dartmouth without ever seeing campus or without me ever meeting him or his family. So think about that, right? We have 4 freshmen that all did the same exact thing. They never stepped foot on campus, and they never met me until, some of those guys I didn't meet until they took a bus to school for the first time. So you watch a lot of video. He's extremely well coached by Coach Singletary at Sidwell, extremely well coached, and that has a lot to do with it. You have a feel for what someone is, but until you see them every day, you're not quite sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Great.